A former Wauwatosa teacher claims that he was discriminated against because of his sexual orientation.
They filed a federal lawsuit against the school district.
The I-Team's Courtney Garish is here. And Courtney, the district says it strongly denies some of his allegations.
They do, Shannon. The district told us there are factual and legal elements of the case it disputes. Former employee John Ravinola says all he wanted to do was take care of his fiancée, who was diagnosed with terminal cancer.
Well, I wanted to take care of her. We were each other's family.
John Ravinola's fiancée was diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer in November 2015.
It was terminal from the get-go.
Doctors discovered Deborah Nykiel's cancer during a scheduled surgery. At that time, Ravinola was a phys ed teacher and coach with the Wauwatosa School District. He took 10 days paid leave to help Deborah recover.
She was actually doing pretty well after the surgery.
But the next step was an intense chemo regimen to buy Deborah more time. So Ravinola requested to use his banked sick leave to stay home and help her.
She was not going to go through this alone.
Ravinola says the superintendent responded to his request with this email.
The answer I got was it doesn't apply to the policy, and we have policies we have to stick to.
The district's policy for using sick leave allowed employees to care for a spouse, child, parent, or domestic partner. Ravinola and his fiancée could not register as domestic partners because Milwaukee County only recognized same-sex couples.
The only thing we were missing was the marriage license. We did everything as a couple.
An employee of 17 years, Ravinola was still hopeful when the district told him he could appeal to the school board. His request was discussed in a closed session. The minutes from that meeting state the board would not consider the matter further.
I felt betrayed. I felt like they turned their back on me.
At this point, Ravinola was taking unpaid leave, which meant he had no health insurance.
I started looking at finances and I said, I got to do something.
Deborah had started chemo and was going downhill fast. Ravinola claims he was told the district would probably not approve another month away from his job. He felt his only option was to retire.
I just felt like I had the weight of the world on my shoulders.
Ravinola's retirement as a teacher was official February 1st of 2016. Deborah passed away February 4th.
This is when we first started dating.
After taking some time to process his loss and the district's decision, Ravinola says he had to take the next step.
I never in my entire life dreamed that I would ever have to sue anybody.
His federal lawsuit against the Wauwatosa School District was filed in October.
He doesn't want anybody else to ever have to suffer the challenges that he did.
Brenda Lewison is Ravinola's attorney. She says the district could have made an exception or changed its policy.
TOSA has discriminated on the basis of John's sex. There's a constitutional claim that can be brought.
Ravinola says he made a promise to his fiancée of 8 years to hold his former employer accountable.
If they're not ever allowed to do this to somebody else again, then I've won.
Ravinola is asking his benefits to be based on his original retirement plan, which was June of this year. If he wins the lawsuit, he's also eligible for some compensation. Ravinola's attorney also filed a case under the Wisconsin Fair Employment Act. The attorney for the Wauwatosa School District responded to that case, stating because the district's sick leave policy treats males and females equally, it does not violate the state act.
Courtney, some viewers may ask, why didn't they just get married?
It is something that they actually did consider. They looked into that option, but health insurance was the issue. He claims Deborah would have lost her health insurance, which provided more coverage than his. And one note here, 3 months after Deborah died, Milwaukee County started issuing opposite-sex domestic partnerships.
Wow.
Yeah. Thank you, Courtney.